Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jacqueline and in today's video I will be reviewing the brand new Honey palette by Colourpop along with some other goodies that I pick up from the website. We will go over these looks, swatches, details, demo, and my first impressions. But before we get started, and if you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that little notification bell so you get to know whenever I upload new videos. And now if you want to know more about these Honey, just keep on watching. Okay my friends, so Colourpop once again just surprised us with another release. I mean, they launch every single week something. In fact, before this release, there was a release of a blue palette, which I purchased it, I received it, and then I think it was the next day that they released the Honey palette. And as you can tell, it's a beautiful yellow palette. What I really like about Colourpop is they are not only inexpensive, very affordable brand, but they also listen to their clients. They are very aware of what their clients want and need from the brand, and I think that is extremely important. And this is a palette that a lot of people had been asking for on their Instagram and all social media outlets. Everybody wanted to see a yellow palette from Colourpop. They had been launching a series of monochromatic palettes, from the blue palette, then there is the green palette that it came out during St. Patrick's Day. They also have a pink palette, a purple palette, and I mean, they even have like a bronzy palette, which I mean, it's all neutral palette, but they have all these beautiful palette and they are in a 9-pan format. Now what about if we open it up so you can see the beautiful eyeshadows? And here they are, the 9 different shades, all within the yellow family. The compact is actually made out of plastic, which to be honest with you, I like it, although ideally it will be maybe like a carton type of packaging, so it's better for recycling. But other than that, the packaging is beautiful nonetheless. And then it has a really nice size mirror, which, as you know, I appreciate so much in every palette. And then on each eyeshadow you will find the name at the bottom, which is fantastic, as well as on the back of the eyeshadow palette. Now this eyeshadow palette costs only $12. That is incredible. I mean, Colourpop, they produce their eyeshadows in-house here in California, in LA, and so they are able to cut on costs because they have invested all their money on their own laboratories, and they can produce all of these beautiful eyeshadows and different type of products for a really good price. I also wanted to show you the box. It is the same type of design as the front of the palette, so it's very cohesive, and the back, it's pretty much the same too. So there you go. And the brand is actually cruelty-free, which is a bonus. Another thing is the weight of this palette. It comes with, again, 9 eyeshadows, and each of these shadows have 0.90 grams of product or 0.03 ounces of product. In the palette you will find 5 different matte shades, which is the Stinger, Sweet Spot, Totally Bagging, Oh Behave, Buzzkill, and the names are just so cute. Then there are 3 shimmer shades, which are Dandy, Sunburst, and Queen Bee, and then a glitter shade called Palooza, and this shade right here is marked as non-intended for use in the immediate eye area, and you can tell right away in the palette that chunks of glitter are honestly quite large. So I'm impressed that they decided to include this glitter shade on the palette. And to be honest with you, this shade Palooza should have come maybe in a pot, like loose glitter or, you know, glitter with a base, but not in the actual palette. That is my personal opinion, just because it's not eye safe, and those who do not know, they could have complications with it. In fact, you can see right here it says Palooza, and it doesn't have the little asterisk or a star right next to the shade that it will tell you that you need to read on the back. So on the back of the eyeshadow, the shade Palooza has a little star or, again, asterisk, and then you can go down here and read why that asterisk is in there. But on the front of the palette, it doesn't have that little notation. So I think that can put people at risk. For those who have sensible eyes like mine, my eyes, they really sting when I put something that is too scratchy or not finely milled. So that is one of the notations about this palette. And then obviously I will give you my final thoughts later on after we go into the look. Now, another couple things that I grabbed from the collection is this Full For You pressed pigment. It's a really pretty yellow pigment right here. I think this is beautiful and this will last me forever. And then I was so excited about this yellow monochromatic palette that I went ahead and grabbed this Super Shock Shadow in the shade Glow Sticks. And now this shade right here, actually it's from the Neon collection, but I thought, you know what, it's yellow, so I want it. Another item that I bought is this Cross Cream Gel eyeliner right here. I will see, maybe I will incorporate it in the look, maybe yes, maybe not. And not too long ago, Colourpop also came out with some cream blushes and highlighters. So I got a blush in the shade Tots. I also purchased the shade Under Pressure. So I will be trying those and kind of give you my first impressions, as well as this cream highlighter stick in the shade Star Bright. And a couple other items that I just got from Colourpop, and it's actually a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, are two blushes. These are the ones, they are just so beautiful. This right here is called So Retrograde. It's more of a orange color. And then this coral shade right here is called My Sun and Stars. So here is once again My Sun and Stars, and then this one right here is So Retrograde. They just look so beautiful, and when you receive them, they actually do not come in a compact. You have to purchase separately, which doesn't cost a lot. I think it's $2, but they come in this little package right here, which is really cute, with all that zodiac type of vibe that says here Kathleen Lights and Colourpop Pressed Powder Blush. So a couple other things that you may want to know about this collection. It includes the pressed palette, as we spoke, for $12. And then there is a Here We Glow Again face bundle that includes from the Fourth Ray Beauty, which is the sister brand of Colourpop, and this brand is all about skincare, and it includes the Fourth Ray Glow Up Face Oil, a Fourth Ray Turmeric Face Milk, and a Squeeze the Day Lippy Scrub. That bundle costs $24. This collection also includes a Pocket Full Loose Pigment Duo for $12, which includes this shade Full For You, and then the Lion, which is a loose pigment from the Kathleen Light and Zodiac collection. And with this collection, there's also a set of 6 brushes for $20 that includes a blending brush, a tapered blending brush, small shader brush, a pencil brush, a flat eye defining brush, and then a small detail brush. And I'm recording this video on 4th of July, so happy belated 4th of July, happy Independence Day. I hope you had a wonderful one. I'm sure you will not see this video until a few days after, but as of today, this collection and the palette, they are sold out, but I'm sure they will bring it back. So now let's just give it another glance to the palette, and I want to show you some swatches. Now I'm going to stop rambling and let's start with the eye look. First shade I'm going to be using is the shade Stinger right here, which is a very light muted yellow. And I'm just going to go with a very fluffy brush, and I'm going to take it all over my lid. This is the Morphe and Jacqueline Hill brush JH32. It's just a big old fluffy brush. I didn't mention it before, I have put concealer on my eyelids before going into the eyeshadow, and I also have set it with some loose setting powder. Okay, next shade we're gonna go with this beautiful Sweet Spot shade. It's kind of like that perfect beautiful yellow shade, kind of like a duckling shade. And I'm gonna be using my Zoeva Look Soft Definer brush 227. take it and deepen it out a little bit, my crease. Now to deepen it out, my crease, I'm gonna be dipping in the shade Oh Behave with a Morphe 330 brush. Now with the same brush, I'm gonna go to the shade Totally Bagging. And this shade right here is a nice kind of mustardy, kind of yellow with brown tones. Zoeva 227 brush, I'm gonna go to the shade Bastille. This shade right here is more of a brown with mustard yellow in it. And I'm just gonna deepen out the outer part of my crease just to give some dimension. I'm packing it a little first and then I'm gonna blend that in. Side of the brush, I'm gonna go to the shade Sweet Spot, and I'm just putting it on my lid again just to emphasize that yellow. Next, I want to dip into this shade Dandy. Is a shimmer shade, and I'm using a Morphe kind of concealer type of brush. And I'm going to try it dry first. And I'm going to apply it closer to my outer V. I think I'm going to go ahead and spray my brow and use this eyeshadow wet with my MAC Fix Plus. Definitely made a huge difference. Next, I'm gonna go into the shade Sampers with my Alamar Ojitos number 2. This is kind of like a concealer brush. Again, I'm gonna try this shade dry first and see what is the payoff. Okay, definitely I'm gonna wet my brush. And this shade right here is just so beautiful. It has a blue shift to it, like a baby blue. Although, to be honest with you, I'm not too excited to wear this shade Palooza on my lids because, again, I have very sensible eyelids. I'm gonna go ahead and use it just for the purpose of this video. Since it's a glitter and although it has a little bit of a base, I'm gonna just play it safe and use this NYX glitter primer. It's just a glitter glue, and the reason I want to use my glitter glue is because, to be honest with you, I don't want any glitter particles to go inside my eyes. The way I do it, I usually put a small amount on my finger and then I go ahead and grab it, and as you can tell, it is a very chunky glitter. And here we go. Let's just apply it. And this shade Palooza has a little bit of a yellow and a peach kind of glitter. Very pretty. Now that I'm done with my eyelids, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eye look off camera. I'm gonna take the shade Sweet Spot and put it on my lower lash line. Next, I'm gonna dip into the shade Basquiat with this Alamar Ojitos number 2 brush. Next, for my waterline, I want to use this cream gel eyeliner by Colourpop in the shade Crust. As an eyeliner, I just want to mention that I use this roller liner by Benefit in the brown shade. For my lower lash line, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. And now for my inner corner and my brow bone, I'm going to be using the Super Shock highlighter in the shade Flexitarian with a Morphe JH42 brush. As you could tell from the beginning, I already done my foundation. I applied some bronzer because I don't have any bronzers by Colourpop. But now I want to try the cream stick brushes by Colourpop. And I got 2 of them. One is in the shade Under Pressure and the other one is in the shade Totes. So this is the shade Under Pressure and this is the shade Totes. I think for these eye looks, I'm going to go with the shade Under Pressure. And I'm going to be using this Morphe E4 brush. And I'm just going to stipple it in a little. Just go on top. Very pretty color. Over top, I really want to use one of the blushes in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. I think I'm going to go with the shade My Sun and Stars. It's a beautiful coral shade with a sheaf of gold. So let me swatch it for you. The first shade is My Sun and Stars, which is a coral shade with a sheaf of gold. And then the second shade right here is called Retrograde, which is more of an orange, kind of like sun-kissed type of shade, again with a little bit of a gold undertone. They are both really pretty, but I think I want to go ahead and use My Sun and Stars, this shade right here. At the cost of these pressed blushes are $7, while these right here cost $8. So let's just go ahead and just put a little bit on my brush. Ooh, it has a lot of pigment right there, so be careful when you tap it in. So I'm just gonna take the excess and just apply it. Beautiful shade. Next, I'm going to be trying this cream highlighter in the shade Star Bright. Here is the swatch of the shade Star Bright. I'm just going to dab it with my finger. It's a very pretty icy shade. Let me go ahead and compare it with Flexitarian. I think Flexitarian is a little bit warmer in shade. Actually very close. This is Star Bright and this is Flexitarian. And like if we didn't have enough highlighter, I'm going to go into the shade Flexitarian with my Colourpop F5 brush. And I'm just going to apply it over top and just give it another pop. Blend it in a little bit more. This highlighter just gives such a really nice wet look. I'm gonna be lining my lips with Colourpop BFF. And then for my lips, I'm going to be using the shade Appy. Colourpop has a setting spray, but to be honest with you, I know it is, I think, a matte setting spray, and I don't like matte finishes, so I'm going to be using my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. And here you go, my friends, we're done with the look using the new eyeshadow palette by Colourpop. I think you all want to know what I think about this monochromatic yellow palette right here. I think overall it's a really good palette. I like the color story. If there's any room for improvement right here, I will say this shade is Stinger. It's a beautiful transition shade. I either will have either keep a stinger or remove a stinger, or remove the totally bagging shade right here and change it for a white base with yellow shimmer tones, something like this right here. And what I have done is, which basically I had combined this shade right here called Glow Stick from Colourpop, and I mixed it in with a Super Shock highlighter Flexitarian, and I had kind of created this, again, white base yellow shade. It's right here. So this is Glow Stick by itself, and then this is mixed in with Flexitarian. I would have loved to see a shade like that, not only for the inner corners, but just something a little bit more brighter and actually yellow, because this shade right here, Sunburst, is beautiful, but it has a little bit of a blue shift to it, which is super pretty. But I do have very dark circles that actually has a blue hue, so this shade right here kind of accents that blue hue on my eyes. So I think having another type of shimmer shade with a white base would have counteract that and give more versatility to the palette. Another shade that I think it was a completely no-no, it's Palooza. I think this would have been perfect if they could have brought it in their glitter format separately, but not in the palette. And why? There's a couple reasons why. Because the glitter, it is too thick. It's kind of like a craft type of glitter, which it could be very dangerous if it goes inside your eyes, because it can create cuts or just, you know, just create some type of injuries. And let's be honest with you, Colourpop, it is a brand that obviously is economic, but a lot of young people will use, and sometimes young people, they are not there to be reading the back that these are not supposed to use for the eye area or the immediate eye area. Neither they will be using a glitter glue, so that can become a little bit dangerous right there. And that's why I say this shade right here should have not been included on this palette. I will actually had appreciated if they will had include a Super Shock shadow, just like they did on this Sweet Talk palette right here, which is a beautiful shade. It's a Super Shock. It actually is very, very, very reflective, and if they could have done it in a way that it would be a bright yellow, that would have been a winner for this eyeshadow palette. Other than that, I think those two are the major changes that in particular I will say it would have made this palette absolutely perfect under my eyes. Now, going into the other products that I used today, I think that the blushes in collaboration with Kathleen Lights, they are just so beautiful. They have a beautiful shift of gold, perfect for the summertime. This orangey shade right here is not common to see. It reminds me a little bit of the Jouer blush, the one that comes in the 6 blush palette. I think it's called the Blush Bouquet. These blushes are so, so beautiful. Now for the blushes on the stick form, I don't know about the longevity of them, but they seem really easy to apply. They have great pigmentation. I really love the colors that I chose. And same thing with the Star Bright highlighter. It's a beautiful highlighter. This shade in particular looks very much alike to Flexitarian, which they really give a beautiful glass-like skin, glowy, kind of like that wet looking skin, which is amazing. Also with my purchase, I also got the shade Appy. I think this lipstick is in the Cream Looks formula. It glides on super easy, soft, hydrating, smooth, something that I really like, feels nourishing, which I really enjoy. The lippy pencil in BFF is such a beautiful lip liner that it goes so well for those nude colors. And before I forget, this cream gel liner is actually staying really good on my waterline. I'm really liking it. I mean, I don't use yellow a lot, but with this look, it's looking really good. Colourpop also have other bundles. I'm gonna put them up here. I'm not gonna name them all because they are too many. But if you want the full collection, it costs $59. Also, there's another collection called the Queen Bee for $20, and the last bundle is called Humble Bee for $25. Okay, my friends, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, share this video with other friends that they are in love with beauty just as we are. And remember, before you leave, please press that big red rectangular button that says subscribe. Don't forget to do so. Also, do not forget to ring that notification bell and leave your comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much again for watching. Until the next time, you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye. Kind of giving a really... Now the blood...